How's it going, everyone? We have yet another major demo that is dropping from Square Enix. Yet another game that I think people are going to be a little bit on the fence with, but Square Enix is dropping a demo to give you a taste of it. It's a long-running IP, however, it's not an IP that has resonated at a high level in recent years. We're talking about Star Ocean, and we'll talk all about that. Forspoken, speaking of Square Enix, has gotten a brand new trailer, Forspoken's TGS 2022 trailer. The game is right around the corner, just a couple months away, so we'll talk about that. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty has gotten a brand new TGS 22 interview, and Resident Evil 4 Remake, some surprising news regarding that. It will be getting a PlayStation 4 release on top of a PlayStation 5 release. We had initially thought the game would be next generation exclusive. That is not the case. Also, we have a pretty notable free PlayStation 5 upgrade that has officially dropped today, so we'll talk about that as well. More on that at the end of this video, but first up, Star Ocean: The Divine Force demo launches on September 20th and has gotten a TGS 2022 trailer and 10 minutes of gameplay as well. The big news here is the demo that will be coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, and it's coming on September 20th, so a month and a half away from the release of the game, a month and a half or so, and we're getting a demo for the game that's going to give you about 2 hours of content. It'll allow you to play from the start of the story until Raymond arrives in Delrec Village. That'll be about 2 hours worth of content. This game, I think, looks pretty good. Is it like a next-generation JRPG that is a technically groundbreaking game? No, not necessarily, but I wasn't really expecting that out of Star Ocean, and with Star Ocean, right now, what is absolutely paramount is them getting the fundamentals right, creating a quality narrative, having solid gameplay, not being a technically blow-away title, because the last two Star Ocean titles have had really mixed receptions. I like Star Ocean 4, The Last Hope. I thought that was a pretty good game. I know some people want to meme on the voice acting and the story and things like that, but I thought overall Star Ocean 4 was a pretty decent game. Integrity and Faithlessness, on the other hand, atrocious name aside, the game itself was not very good, and yeah, that left a very, very sour taste in my mouth, and for a little while I thought, oh my god, that game did so poorly from a reception standpoint, maybe that's it for Star Ocean and they won't go back to it as a franchise. Happy to see that we are getting Star Ocean: The Divine Force, because I think the game is shaping up pretty well. Again, looks like it has a lot of different environments, looks like the gameplay is shaping up pretty nicely, and even if you did have a sour taste in your mouth from Integrity and Faithlessness and Last Hope, and again, Last Hope is one that I think it's more of a mixed bag than straight up a negative reception. The Divine Force having a demo, I think, will at least allow people to try it out, and then they can make a decision for themselves. And Star Ocean isn't an IP like Final Fantasy, I think, where there is an immense amount of nostalgia attached to it. Like, I played the Star Ocean games growing up. I played 1 and 2 of the PSP versions, and then I played Till the End of Time on PS2. But, you know, even that, it's not an IP that is super, super ingrained into my memory or anything like that, and each Star Ocean game offers a new experience. And again, there's going to be a brand new audience of people checking out Star Ocean the first time, I believe, with the Divine Force, so that's going to offer a lot of people to at least see what the game's about, and if that's going to sell them on it. And again, Square Enix been doing a great job as far as offering demos. Diofield Chronicle, Valkyrie Elysium, which that demo is out today, and now Star Ocean: The Divine Force. Let's get this being a trend, Square Enix. Like, let's bring out demos for all your games, and hell, let's extend it beyond Square Enix, because demos used to be a pretty regular thing in gaming. That has been done away with. Obviously, it does require a little bit of investment to get a demo up on the store and whatnot, and you know, I just think it's an effective way to promote a game. Hopefully Forspoken gets a demo, because I think that's a game people are still not completely sold on. I know it's a bigger budget game than Diofield or Valkyrie Elysium or Star Ocean: The Divine Force, but it's still a brand new IP that I think if you offer people, you know, an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours of gameplay out of, it could really sell a lot of people on that game. So happy to see that with Divine Force now as well. And again, Valkyrie Elysium, that demo is out today. That'll allow you to play through the first chapter of the game. All right, moving on from that, Forspoken's TGS 2022 trailer has dropped, showing off a lot of gameplay for the title. I'm still not completely sold on this game. Obviously, the standout element here is technically this game is pretty damn impressive, and it's done by Luminous Productions, and you saw how well Final Fantasy 15 turned out from a visual standpoint, and yeah, Forspoken is a very, very flashy game. The particle effects look great. The environments look great as well. Interested to see how this game is gonna run. Like, can it maintain 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 5? Yeah, it's a next generation platform, but this game is very, very impressive, and you've got a lot of weather effects, a lot of particle effects, a lot of things on screen. Hopefully, it will have a variety of different options as far as how you play the game, so people like me that want to play at 60 FPS will have that option. The game notes the odyssey of a reluctant hero lead Frey on an unforgettable journey in her search for a way home after being mysteriously transported to breathtaking, fantastical land. Unravel the mysteries as Frey travels through the calamitous break and discovers how to wield an immense power. Again, the game is right around the corner, initially scheduled for a release late this year. Actually, it might have been initially scheduled for a release early this year, then it got delayed, then it got delayed again. Forspoken will be released on PlayStation 5 and PC January 24th. Okay, moving on from that, a couple more things to cover real quick. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty has gotten a TGS 2022 interview. Of course, this is the latest game coming from Tecmo Koei and developer Team Ninja, and it is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The Tokyo Game Show interview trailer just showcases some gameplay, and also the developers speak about a couple of things regarding the game. We see a little bit of the customization as well. I think the gameplay looks quite good. Of course, this is coming from Neo's franchise director and Wo Long Fallen Dynasty development producer Masaki Yamagawa, and they discuss a little bit about the action RPG. This game is coming again to just about every platform outside of Switch. Early 2023, it will be available via Xbox Game Pass. I think it's shaping up quite nicely, but Team Ninja's got another game in the works that people are pretty excited about, the Ronin title. So, you know, a lot of things under work over at Team Ninja. Next up, just want to give you guys a heads up that if you have Outer Wilds on PlayStation 4, it has gotten a free upgrade for PlayStation 5 that is available right now. With this upgrade, Outer Wilds will have native 60 frames per second support, and it will have some visual refinements, and if you have the PlayStation 4 version of the game, you will get that for free. So Outer Wilds is a game that was received really well. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people thought incredibly highly about it. 85 on Metacritic, got a lot of Game of the Year awards around the time it initially came out, which I think the original release was back in 2019. But yeah, got a really strong reception from people that played it as well as critics. So if you have it on PS4, or if you've been thinking about buying it, now you can enjoy it on PlayStation 5, 60 frames per second, some nice upgrades coming your way on that. I would recommend, if you haven't picked the game up yet, wait for it to go on sale. We've seen it go on sale pretty regularly, and I'm sure it'll see another discount here relatively shortly, especially with all the PSN sales that have been running recently, and I'm sure much more to come. Lastly, I do want to note, Resident Evil 4 Remake. I had initially thought, and I think everybody had initially thought, that this game was going to be a next-generation exclusive title. Well, now it has been clarified, it is also in development for PlayStation 4. However, no mention of an Xbox One version of the game, so it looks like it's going to be Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, PC, and PlayStation 4. Interesting that it is getting a PS4 release. At the end of the day, you could make the argument, hey, is this going to hold the game back a little bit? But if they could get Resident Evil 2 looking the way it did, like, bro, I think we're going to be fine. Obviously, I know a lot of people do want to leave last generation behind, but there's a ton of people with a PlayStation 4 out there still, so, you know, I think, I understand why these games are still crushing. I mean, hell, I don't think if PlayStation 5s were readily available everywhere, a lot of these games would be cross-gen, and you're seeing titles like cancel their last generation version, like a Gotham Knights. I think developers are ready to move on, but you gotta look at the install base, you gotta look at the amount of people that have a PlayStation 4, and yeah, I understand the business side of things, but selfishly, I am ready to move on. Just because we're seeing games what true next-generation titles can do, like a Rift Apart and whatnot, yeah, I'm ready to play games at that level pretty consistently. But nonetheless, RE4 Remake is still going to be tremendous, and Resident Evil 4 is an all-time classic to a lot of people, and it's the game for a lot of people that got them into Resident Evil, so still excited to check this out, and if you do have a PlayStation 4, you're still rocking with that for a little while longer, you'll be able to play it as well come next year. But that is going to do it for me. Again, another major demo. Think what you want about Square Enix. This trend that they're doing of dropping demos for their games that, you know, I don't think are slam dunk day one purchases for a lot of people. it's a good move in my opinion. So that demo for Star Ocean: The Divine Force will be available September 20th. Valkyrie Elysium demo available today, so check that out. Forspoken gets a brand new trailer. Wolong Fallen Dynasty gets a TGS 2022 interview video. The Resident Evil 4 Remake coming to PS4 as well as PS5 on top of Series and PC. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.